Hey traders, this is Miss Put Options. My website is www.missputoptions.com, where it can best be accessed through Internet Explorer, not Google Chrome. I have been getting a lot of emails concerning new traders having a difficult time finding trades, and this is yet another way that I find trades. I go to the scan area here in the Thinkorswim platform, and from there you go to your stock hacker, and from your stock hacker, if you look to your far right, there's a little flame here, a little icon flame here, and this is called the Sizzling Index. And what you do, I already have my stocks already loaded up here, but all you have to do is click the little flame here, which is the Sizzling Index, and the stocks will load up here. And I have my columns already set up here. You can set your columns up to whatever you like. All you would have to do to set your columns up would be to right click, and then there's a customize area here, and when uh, you click customize here, and you're able to there's a wide variety of things that you can put here and customize your sizzling index. But these are the ones I like using. You can use whatever you want. I like the calls, the puts, the sizzling index, the last and net change, the volume, the back and front month, the ask and the bid. I like the high and the low, and I'll keep the sizzling index in there. And if you find one that you want, you can add that next third Friday or whatever. You can add that, and you just click add, and as you can see, it'll be added to the bottom. I personally don't want that feature, so I will remove that, and I'll just push OK. And these are the things I like looking at. So what am I actually looking at? I'm looking at the disparity between the calls and the puts. So when you look like at this particular ticker symbol is ST, as you can see, there are way more calls than there are puts. So that's telling me a lot about whether or not I need to place a call or a put, because it looks like the majority of the traders are on the put side. And then I like to look at the last, what it last traded for. I like to look at the net change, and this net change here is a negative 9.48%. So these kind of things really stand out at me. It seems like this stock is going in a downward position. Another thing, you guys already should be familiar with the volume. So that's very useful too. You don't want to trade on a stock or ETF that has volume less than 1 million. So this will help you determine whether or not you're interested in this particular stock or not. And then I like to do the front volume versus the back volume. And basically, what it's telling me is that it tells me my front month percentage versus my back month percentage. And if there's a big disparity in that number, that's telling me like maybe dividends are about to be paid out, or maybe earnings are about to be coming up, or something of that nature. And of course, the bid and ask prices, you want to make sure that those aren't too wide either. These are a lot of things you want to look at. Like this one, for instance, this has a bid of 0 and an ask of 70. Things like this really stand out. And the high and low is just for your own personal information. Um, if it opened up real low and now it's extremely high, you have to make your determination whether or not you want to get in or out of that trade. So let's just pick, let's see, we're going to pick this one that has a negative. Let me see, is this one any better than that one? Let's go to 20. Let's click 20 stocks here, and we click scan again to see if anything interesting pops up. And here we go. Beautiful. This one has 11.66 percent change. Um, there is a big disparity in the calls versus the puts, and I'll go into the trade area and I'll show you. So the ticker symbol is EEQ. So let's go to the trade tab here, and we'll type in EEQ, click enter, And then we want to close up this options chain. Well, we want to go to today's option statistics. And when we click on there, as you can see, we have 425 calls and 0 puts. So that's telling me that a lot of the traders will, all of the traders are on the call side versus the put side. So this little things like that will be very useful. So let's go back to let's look at the actual chart. We go to EEQ and see what's going on there. And not a whole lot going on there. Let's look in the profits chart. We go to EEQ and see what's going on there. And voila, EEQ. We see this area here. That's why I like using the profits charts. When you get to my age, it's kind of hard to see things sometimes. So let's go to a 3-month view here, and as you can see, look at this. Look at this. It was trading roughly for about a little over $30, and it went up clear up to 35. And the volume on there is just beautiful. So little things like that will help you find a trade by looking at the scan area. So let's do one more before I depart this video. Let's see if anything else is standing out. Here is another one. This is EEP. The percent change is 13.41, and the volume, as you can see, is way over 7 million. There's no big disparity in the front month. Well, there is a little disparity between the front month and the back month. So I'm not sure what's going on with EEP. But before we leave this screen here, no, let's stay on track. We're going to go to EEP. Let's go to EEP. We go to the trade tab, and we're going to go to EEP. And let's see if there's a big disparity. There's a slight disparity between the calls and the puts. So let's go to the actual charts tab. We're going to go EEP here. And click enter, and voila, once again, look at this big old gap here in EEP. So that's going to be a very interesting stock. The other one was EEQ, and that both of them had a nice little jump here. Um, the volume is a little bit lower on EEQ than it is on EEP, but both of them had a nice little spike. EEP spike is over 7 million, as I mentioned before. Now let's go back to the scan tab. I saw another one here that was interesting. And the reason why I thought it was interesting was, let's see, did I think it was interesting? Oh, here we go. This one here, the HTS. As you can see, there's a big disparity between the calls and the puts. And the net change is all in the negative. Volume is great, but look at the disparity between the front and the back month. That's more than half. So that would be another one we would want to take a look at. So let's look at, and we can see that it has dividends here. So that might be affecting what's going on here with these numbers. So let's look at HTS. So we go to the trade tab and we go to, what was it again? I forgot that. Okay, HTS. Okay, so we're going to go to HTS. HTS. And wow, look at that. Look how many calls we have. Over 11,000 calls versus 78 puts. So that's another big, that's a neon light right there. Something is going on. And we said earlier that they were paying out some dividends. So let's go to the chart. And it was, see, I forgot already. It was HTS. We go to HTS. HTS. And let's see what's going on there. Volume is good. It's over 1 million, but it seems like the stock is dropping. Let's look at a 1 year's view to see if it's anything exciting. Nothing exciting there. Let's kind of, yeah, it's nothing exciting going on there. Let's go back to the trade area here, and let's actually go into, because we said the calls were over 11,000. So let's find out where all this call activity is coming from. So if we open up our options chain, and let's just click on, we're going to do 10 strikes. I don't see a whole lot going on here. Let's go back to all and see if that's going to help us. I don't see a whole lot going on in July. Let's see what's going on in August. Okay, here we go. Look at this. We have open interest of over 1,800, and our volume is over close to 10,000, 9,902. So that there's a lot of calls going on in the month of August. So this is another way you can kind of narrow down a trade. Let's look in November to see what's going on there. And we have some open interest here. 725, 558, 3,436, and look, there's a big disparity in the bid and the ask prices here. So I'm not really sure what's going on with this particular one other than HTS. Let's go back to the scan thing. HTS is having dividends being paid out. Now, when dividends are being paid out, you have to be very mindful that on occasion it will have a tendency to drop your stock. So, with that being said, I'm really not sure when the dividends are going to be paid out for this particular stock. We can go back to the trade area here, and let's close all this up and go to dividends. The ex-dividend date is 6/20, 2014. And I am making this video on 6/19, 2014. So this is the reason why there's a big disparity between the calls and the puts, because dividends are about to be paid out pretty soon on this particular stock. You have to own the stock by this date in order to collect the dividends, and the ex-dividend date is 6/20, 2014, and like I said, today is 6/19, 2014. So once again, we'll go back to the scan tab here, and like I said, you can fix your columns any way you like. All you have to do is right click, click customize, and we'll bring this down here. And if you're looking for anything in particular, let's just say Bollinger Bands, um, you can just type it in and add it that way too. And like I said, here are my settings, and you can use whatever settings you like. I just been receiving a lot of emails. People really, beginner traders, really frustrated regarding how they go about finding trades. Okay, that's it for me. This is Miss Put Options. My website is www.missputoptions.com, where it can best be accessed through Internet Explorer versus Google Chrome.